Welcome to each and every one of you for Wayne Township's Ukrainian flag raising and candlelight vigil. And the lights will go out in a little while, I guarantee we'll be there. Tonight we're here to pay tribute to those that live in the Ukraine. Think about the freedoms that we're enjoying tonight. Our freedom of assembly. We're all standing here freezing along Valley Road. Well, we could have done it last night, it would have been a lot colder, or tomorrow would have been the good night, but it would have rained. But we're all here, and that's all that counts. And we're all here because we have a common goal, and that common goal is to show our support for those that live in the Ukraine. So Saturday morning, I was at a pancake breakfast at Boy Scout breakfast at Packanack Lake. I was looking around the room, the sun was shining, and people were having a great time. The pancakes were very good, by the way. And what occurred to me was that think about if I was sitting in the Ukraine and we were worried that we were going to be bombed or that we were never going to see our families again, or that, can you imagine the decisions that husbands and wives had to make? Can you imagine the decisions of the wife who had to leave the country with their children and leave their husbands behind to fight this incredible lunatic? Think about that. We have the right to free speech tonight. We have the right to say whatever is on our mind to support peace and hope in the Ukraine. So I want to thank a few people before we start. First of all, our crew. Eric Fedor, Tim Rotman, my assistant, Barb Rocca, who secretly runs the town during the day, and many others that helped put this together very quickly. We only started this a week ago. And the moment we started reaching out to others, people said, of course we will participate. Of course we will be there. Why wouldn't we be? And sometimes you wonder, how did this all happen? Because if it could happen in the Ukraine, it could happen here on Valley Road. So we have to think how grateful we should all be of the community that we live in, the country that we live in, and how things are in our world. And remember those that are in the Ukraine. So I'd like to, there's a couple things, housekeeping. First of all, there's some young people walking around with pins like this, and if you make a contribution, show me, they're right up here with these buckets. Okay. They're going to give you a piece of paper, shows you where you can make a donation to the Classic Ukrainian Scouting Organization, and they'd be more than happy to take cash donations if you're willing to tonight. If not, that's fine too. We did give out 200 candles, and if I keep talking, it's going to be dark, and we'll probably light them soon. So we have some speakers here tonight that I invited to come. We have kids from our school system. By the way, our school system was so easy. It was a simple one little email, and we ended up with high school students on both sides who I couldn't be happier that are here. I want to thank my friend Natalia, who's organized the Boy Scouts, and Marco, who asked us if we could raise the Ukrainian flag. Very, very important, and we're going to do that shortly. So now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Rabbi Randy Martin, who will give the invocation and comments. Rabbi? We clap the rabbi. It's okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you all for joining us this evening and for supporting Ukraine. As you look around, you may see some people in embroidered Ukrainian shirts. Those of us that you see in uniforms are members of the Classic Ukrainian Scouting Organization USA. Some are children and grandchildren of parents and grandparents born in Ukraine. Some were born in Ukraine. We all have a common bond that joins us. We are a fiercely proud people who have a deep love for our heritage, for our language, for our culture, for our rich history, and for the beauty of a country that is being destroyed before our very eyes. For those of you who may be wondering why Ukraine's flag is blue and yellow, I would like to explain. The blue represents the beauty guys.